Good morning. I, as usual, got going in the nightly routine for camp, and I didn't take any footage of the shelter, but it doesn't look like much from the outside, but it really is quite nice. Looks newly made, a little rust, but you know what? Maybe they reused parts of the roof. I don't know. I'm making stuff up because if I look on the inside, it is truly very fresh looking and solid, and didn't hear a single mouse. We gotta talk about that. Mice are definitely a thing of the shelter. See these right here? These ropes. You hang your packs on them, and they got that thing that supposedly prevents the mice from going down on the string and getting into your packs. Although our food go in bear boxes, which are large metal containers with locks that you have to slide your hand into to get open so that bears can't hopefully figure it out. But who knows? These bears are pretty smart. They're getting smarter every day. Anyway, I saw all this chopped wood, and they've got this very deep fire pit and this like awesome grassy spot. And it's honestly just like, I don't know, hop, skip, and a jump off the trail. So not entirely isolated, but you feel pretty private, and great water source. So I enjoyed it very much. Anyway, I was the second one awake and the last one out the door. So such is my life. Okay, here we go. Thoughts going into Irwin today. Staying at a hostel. I know it's really pretty soon for me, but this hostel, Uncle Johnny's, is kind of famous. And I think I said yesterday it was destroyed in the hurricane, and it was rebuilt really quick. So I feel like I need to stay there. So we'll see. I got to give them a call and just make sure they get room. Okay, here we go. New day. Okay, so I just left the shelter. It was 8:04. And before I forget, because I tend to forget, that was Bald Mountain Shelter, and it's at mile 327.7. I left at 8:04. Again, which isn't bad considering I was the last one to leave. But I did have to stop at the water to refill my bottles. I know that it could be a whole lot easier for me if I would just drink water, carry empty bottles, and then filter some water at the next water source. But I don't know. I guess I still feel too nervous to depend on water sources. It kind of goes back to that pack your fears thing. One of the things that people said, is there anything you're afraid of? You know, in all the years I talked about this, was not having enough water. You know what? There's never been a lack of water. And matter of fact, with all the rain that we did get last day and a half, I would think there's plenty of water. So who knows? I'm only 3 weeks in. There's plenty of time for me to tweak my efficiency with these things. But as of right now, I am carrying 40 ounces of water after drinking probably 32 ounces of water. You know what it is? It's the whole stopping thing. I really need to find a place to carry my CNOC. My CNOC is like a water bladder that I use to collect the unfiltered water, and then from there I squeeze and filter into my bottles that I drink from. So the CNOC is in the back. I can't find a readily available spot in the front to carry it so that when I get to a water source, I wouldn't have to take my backpack off. I feel like once the backpack comes off, I'm committed to a 20-minute waste of time. No, not life-saving water, Karen. A 20-minute waste of time. And you know how I feel about that. It's just so funny. I'm getting way off track here. What else is new? I watch other hikers, and I know they're taking breaks. They take several a day. You know, they're doing 20 miles, but they're taking 3 or 4 breaks. And they still beat me to the shelters. I'm slow. I'm admitting it. God did not make me fast. I have always said this. I didn't like it in the beginning. I've made peace with it. I am not fast. I have stamina. So no speed. I have stamina. So I can hike 20 miles. It's going to take me a while. So in my mind, there's no time for breaks because I gotta get there. And I don't like getting there late, and you all know that. So, yeah, now I'm way off track. So, let's talk more about the day. So, it's beautiful. Sun is up. Birds are chirping. That's always a good sign to me. They're not hunkered down for any horrible weather. So, I just love when the weathermen are wrong in the more positive direction. However, the day is young, so we'll see. Anyway, the plans are to get to Irwin, it's about 16-ish miles. And I'd like to stay at Uncle Johnny's, kind of famous. But they don't take reservations, so we'll see when I get there if there's room. I think there may be one other place I can stay. If not, Irwin got annihilated after, from the hurricane, so I don't know what condition it's in. I know Uncle Johnny's rebuilt really fast, really quickly, and everybody says it's fantastic, so I'd like to stay there. When I refer to these places as famous, it's because they're in all the books I've read and vlogs I've watched, and people talk about them kind of like, Neil's Gap, Newfound Gap, Southern Cookie Lady, all these different things that people have experienced along the way. So to me, they're hot spots, they're famous. And it just makes me go, oh, I want to be part of that, right? But I'll take whatever. It is a little soon for me to be going to another hostel. I don't like, as you know, wanted to do this no more often than once a week, right? Is that the way you say it? But I'm actually thinking even if I get there, it'll be late afternoon. I might take my first zero. Not sure yet. Toying with it. I know my body could use it, but I don't know. If there's nothing to do, then it won't be, why. But, I could, if I can get all my laundry done and charge all my devices and get a shower and whatever and resupply, then maybe I just do half a day, like maybe I get a later start tomorrow. I don't know. It's all up in the air. Plans are in pencil. So, subject to change. Anyway, I think that's it. Oh, I think I'm coming up on a view. Yeah, because you can tell from the huffing, I just did a little incline. I wouldn't call it a mountain. Maybe a hill. Oh yeah, it's pretty. Oh yeah, this is pretty. Let's look at this and then I will let you go. Free you. Free you from the slippery route. Watch what you're doing, Karen. Oh, okay, yeah. Wow. Okay. Oh, I don't know if you're seeing this like I'm seeing this. Okay, let me see. Oh, come on. Let's get a really good spot. Look at this. Look at the clouds, the mountains poking up over the clouds. Okay. This is why you hung with me through this prattling on for this. Oh, I can't even listen to the birds. It's gonna be a good day. Woo! All right. Until more interesting things happen. So, this may be the first evidence of real significant evidence of the hurricane that I've seen so far. I know that one of the reasons I was following people right before my hike, following people on YouTube, because I wanted to see what I'd be facing. I mean, it's insane. Okay, one, it's insane, the devastation. The devastation is insane. But it is truly remarkable what the people have done. And I mean, we're talking trail maintainers, volunteers, through hikers. I heard that some southbound through hikers that had just weren't able to finish because the hurricane blew through, right? Got on board and just started to clean up, help clean up the trails because, there's, as I said, I know I've talked about it, there are people, here, I'm going to open this up, whose livelihoods depend on through hikers. And they just, I can't, the amount of work that they did in such a short period of time is truly mind-blowing. And many of these people were not paid. They were just good people who loved the trail and really wanted, to make it passable again. But I'm like, the closer I get to Irwin, I imagine the more we're going to see. I want to show you. I couldn't see it through the down trees that are up close here, but if you look down, bear with me, this is going to take a while. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is just, it goes on forever. I can see past what you can't see. And I want to get to an opening maybe, and I can show it to you maybe. I'm already at 2 minutes, I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. Look at down there. Here, I'll open it up for you. These trees are just, and it looks like the trail goes there, so I will be passing that, and it looks like people have cut it out so that people like me can hike through. Oh my God, look at that view too. See, this is worth preserving. The thing that I was thinking about, and I don't know, maybe I'm off base with this. I don't know. There's different ways to see this. Nature did this. Oh, wow. Look at these trees just all at a slant, right? The wind came through, tore down. These trees are leaning over. So yeah, okay, where was I going with this? That nature did this to itself, right? This was nature. Nature did it. And I feel like, look at that one. It's just massive. I don't know if you can tell in the video just how truly massive that tree is. Or that's actually more than one. All these trees bending over. Look at this. It's incredible. But nature did this. And Wrong Turn actually said it yesterday when we were talking, that nature repairs itself. And so, I don't know. I want to believe that. I do believe that. Oh my gosh, I do believe that. Kind of goes along the lines, you take a controlled burn, you think it's horrible. Why would you burn down trees? But then what happens is it grows back stronger. I don't know why nature did this, but maybe it'll all grow back stronger. I don't know. Anyway, another hiker coming, so I'm going to shut it down, but pretty incredible. I'm sure we'll see more, unfortunately. All of these trees had to be cut so I could walk through. I can't thank the folks enough who did this. This is like just, oh gosh, it's so insane. This could not have been easy work, right? Like, this is not easy. And I begin to wonder, what's it gonna look like as I continue on? I don't want to bore you to tears with just this section. It's just the first I've seen, so incredible. It's just mind-blowing to me. So all of it. And the gratitude to the people who felt the trail was worth repairing in such a short time. I mean, we're talking so much of an area. Georgia through Southern Virginia was affected, right? So these people up to, this happened, September? And it's April. But people who left in February were talking about it. You know, most of it was ready. So anyway, they really got to work quickly. Huh. Great. Okay then. So funny. So I'm walking away from that danger rattlesnake activity in this area sign, right? And I'm thinking to myself, well, for how far do I have to be hypervigilant? Where does this rattlesnake traverse, from day to day? But I'm sure there are thousands upon thousands of snakes in this area. I just haven't seen any yet. I have to be hypervigilant always. Stay on the trail. But I think that person was just being super kind to say, perhaps merely suggesting that you may not want to go off trail right here if, let's say, you had to go pee. This might not be the spot. So he probably spotted the snake and whatever. But, yeah, so I'm not that worried about it. And I think as long as I stay on the trail, I will spot anything nefarious before I actually get to it. But I guess you never know. I'm actually very grateful to that person for that sign. But anyway. Okay, quick pro tip from an idiot. From a non-pro. So I'm walking, right? Oh yeah, I'm walking like every day. Lots and lots and lots of walking. Okay, so I'm walking, and I don't know, maybe an hour ago, my left strap is digging into my shoulder so bad. It came on. I noticed it, ignored it. That's what I do. It just got more and more to the point where it was real pain now, right? And I'm thinking, okay, what can I do without having to stop, without having to take my pack off? I tried all the tricks, and nothing worked. And I'm sitting here like, all right, well, I've only got 3 hours left to town. I can probably just suffer. And I had to laugh because that is so my nature. Just suffer. Like, suffering has become a part of my life. No, I am not saying like my life, oh my God, my life's so awful, I suffer. No, not even remotely. No, I have a beautiful life. But my sport requires, at some point, I'm going to suffer. If I'm doing it right and I'm doing it long enough, I'm going to suffer. It's just a part of what I do. And I've come to accept the suffer, right? I almost welcome it, because after the suffering, on the other side of the suffering, is this amazing place that you can't get to, without passing through the suffering. But anyway, but I'm not talking about like, oh, I break my ankle and I duct tape it and keep going. I'm not David Goggins, okay? But at some point I'm almost ready for it. Like, oh, there it is. There's the suffering, right? But I'm sitting here like, Karen, it's probably something in your pack is off balance. I mean, I knew it had to be. I've tried everything else. But I was like, no, I was very careful. Pack my pack. What could it be, I'm like, yep, all you have to do is stop. And you can look and figure it out. So, finally, I got smart and I stopped. And sure enough, somehow, my cook pot, I had centered it. I put a bunch of clothes on one side, my toiletry on the other side, and the cook pot was centered. thing about the cook pot is it's not that wide. So I think what happened is when I cinched it really tight from the inside, it probably slid the cook pot a little to the right. And then it just wriggled its way out the rest, right? Because here's the thing about shoulder. This is the thing about the straps, right? My left shoulder is the one in agony. And it's because the weight is off balance on the right side. And I knew that. I knew that was exactly where I had to look. And sure enough, I open my pack. There's literally nothing on the left side. And I've got my toiletry bag and my cook pot all leaning on the right. The cook pot was probably like, oh, nice, that feels better, getting itself wiggled out of that strap. But anyway, so put it on. Probably took me, 5 minutes, and feels like $1 million. Instantly, the pressure's off my shoulder. The pain is gone because the pain was from the pressure. I feel great. So here's where I'm at. Shoot, because I definitely want to get some water. And I'm going to take my pack off again. It's almost like once your pack is perfect, you don't want to touch it. And getting water is not going to do anything to offset the balance of my pack. It's just I don't want to do it. But I will because I really, really want to get some water. I drank probably roughly 30 ounces before I left. Brought 40 ounces with me. I drank all that. And I've got a little bit left to go. And the sun is out. And I'm thinking, you know what I can do? Just what I said this morning. I will filter some water and drink it on the spot. And then I won't add weight, to my pack. Because I will be there. It might even be less than 3 hours now. The other thing I do, I'm so about the balance on the pack inside that I even drink my water. A sip from one side, a sip from the other, a sip from the other side, a sip from the other. So that way, even the water goes down balanced. But anyway, so there's my little pro tip. Don't ignore the suffering. Don't just live with it. It's very possible you can fix it. And I finally got smart and did it. And it worked. Okay, that's it.